Welcome to episode number 8. Me and Zoe wanted to be superstars, so here's your shot, dogs. Putting the fuel tank in this video. Hope you enjoy the show. So I know I've been saying after I finish my Parker project, I'll never do another fiberglass project again. However, my old flats boat keeps calling my name. This boat was a wedding gift from me to me. Yeah, you can do that. If you didn't know, you can buy yourself a boat for your wedding gift. Go for it. 24 years ago, had an absolute blast on this boat, but as you can see, she is falling to pieces. Let me know in the comments if you think I should rebuild this one this winter when it cools down. Sure would be fun to have the old girl going again, go down the Keys, do some bully netting at night. Let me know in the comments. Got the tank all scuffed up. I'm going to coat it with some West Systems epoxy with matte. That way keep the electrolysis off of it, and if it ever does get in, eat a hole through it, it really won't matter. It should be all encapsulated. So I'm getting ready to make some feet for my fuel tank. I'm gonna make a leg for each corner, and it's gonna be tapered every way, tapered 4 different ways. And then I'm gonna make a pocket mold to set it in. We'll put a mud around it, mud the top. I'll show it later in the video. It's a little bit hard to explain, but that way I'll have feet that lock into place, can't move any which way, but yet can be lifted straight up and out. Hopefully it works good, because I do not want to put foam in the boat. Me and foam have lost all sense of civil relationship. We are no longer a couple, so we'll see. So I got my first leg, my first brick out of the oven. The second one cooking. Doing 20 ounces a piece on the back ones. Do something a little bit more on the front to get a little bit of tilt back. When you're kicking off a big pot like that, you want to go light on the hardener, otherwise it'll get out of control hot. So I went light, and then once it was hard enough to pull out of the mold, pulled it out, kicked the fan on it, kept a real nice consistent temperature, nothing crazy. There you go. Got our second block ready to come out. Just pulls right off that base without any issues. Baby's hot. Fan rolling. So I got the block taped off. I'm gonna hot glue this piece of conveyor belting on the bottom. And then when we put the putty around it in the hole, we'll be able to pull this loose from the hot glue. The rubber piece will be into place and we'll have a perfect mold of our edge. Welcome to the money pit, the fuel hole. I wish I had half the money I've put into this hole already, gallon after gallon. So I got these legs built and I molded mud up around them. Talk about tight, zero play. What I'm gonna do is put mud on here now, set the tank on top of it, let it get hard, lift it back out, glass it to the tank, and then we're gonna have a tank that is locked down tight, zero play. I was thinking about putting a little bit of foam on the front and a dab here and there on the sides. Probably won't need it. I just don't want any foam underneath. I don't want another repeat of video number 1. If you didn't see video number 1, that's a must see. So I didn't get it on video, but we had the feet and the holes. We put putty on top of them and set the tank on top of it. They're so tight in there. I mean, there's not 2 hairs worth of play. I mean, it's precision as can be. So once the putty's set up, we lifted the tank up and glassed the feet, or epoxy the feet to the bottom of the tank. Should I clean that up with sandpaper yet? The sander a little bit. I wasn't impressed with how the epoxy was sticking to my tabs up here. It seemed like it came loose a lot easier than I thought. So even though it's on the feet, we'll put a little bit of foam in front of it, a little bit of foam behind it, and a dab here and there on the sides. I just don't want any foam underneath. But the feet will definitely carry that. It should be fine, shouldn't need the foam, but better safe than sorry. On the front 2 legs, I put a bunch of putty in the corner, and then a bunch of layers of mat over it. So it's kind of like a wall that it has to hit. So it can't come forward at all, because you're going to be bucking against that wall, which is going to be bucking against that wall. Should be locked in tight, one of a kind. Here's a couple tips I've learned during this project. If you want to make sheets of hard glass and you just put visqueen down, it'll leave that sticky residue. If you put peel ply down, it'll soak through and stick to the whatever table, whatever you got underneath it. So if you put the plastic, then the peel ply, it'll come out as a hard, dry, finished product. So this morning I'm making sheets to make like fiberglass washers. Anytime you put stainless and aluminum together, dissimilar metals that'll fight each other. I used to use plastic, but plastic squishes out, so take a hole saw once you got your sheet, cut you out some washers. Now you're insulated. You still have connection here, but not nearly as much as there. 5200 will help slow it down too, the galvanic corrosion, or however you want to pronounce it. So there you go, making sheets, 5 a.m. in the morning, how we roll. So I kept saying I wasn't going to put foam in the boat. I don't know, I had a mental breakdown or something. I went and dumped a little foam on the front side of the tank. Now I'm living with foamer's remorse. All I can think about is the foam that I put on the front side of the tank. The tank wasn't going anywhere. What in the world was I thinking? Don't ever do this, folks. This is a want not to do video. Say no to foam! Thanks for watching this video. In our next video, we're going to be putting some deck boards down, glassing it in. Kind of a unique way of rolling down 4 layers at once. And the next video went pretty good considering. Check it out when it comes out.